Patrick at Pals. Yep, the 56 Montclair is back. Jim, what's it back for?
Well, we suggested before when I put the air conditioner on that he upgraded his charging system to an alternator to put out more amperage of power to run the air conditioning, and he found out I was correct and brought it back to do so.
So the alternator is right there, right here. This is the new compressor. And this is an alternator that looks like a generator, right? It's a Power Master.
Here's the original generator.
Okay.
And the alternator is
it looks just like that.
Just like this.
Now, Jim, what is the difference between this generator and this alternator? What is the difference?
Well, originally, the older cars ran a generator, which is the same as an alternator, but an alternator has the voltage regulator built in. The voltage regulator is what tells it how much voltage and amperage to put through to charge your battery.
So why is that important, and why is a generator different than an alternator then?
Well, the generator, all it does is it's just like a reverse backwards motor, and it just generates power. So the faster it spins, the more power it generates. What you need to do is regulate it. So the older cars, they ran the generator, had this here, the voltage regulator.
Okay.
So at a certain, that just tells the vehicle, will monitor and change the amount of voltage and amperage going into the vehicle to keep you from burning the vehicle.
Okay. And what is different about an alternator then?
Well, the alternator has this built into it.
Has it built in?
It's all built in, and it only runs on one wire.
Okay.
So this one's a one wire type. So what happens as soon as it starts to spin and create power, it sees it and it starts to generate, turns itself on.
Okay. So the alternator gives power on demand. In other words, when that air conditioner kicks in, if it needs more charge, the alternator will do that. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the alternator will do that. The old school generator, however, the only time they really did anything was off of the speed of the generator. So they didn't usually start charging until the vehicle's running at like between 12 and 1500 RPMs.
So if you're sitting at a stoplight, the vehicle isn't charging, you're running off the battery.
Yeah, with the old generators, that was the problem they had, unless you had it idled real high.
So let's think about this, folks. This car was never set up to have air conditioning. Now we've added air conditioning. You're driving at night, you got the lights on, maybe it's raining and you got the windshield wipers on, and you turn on the air conditioning to keep the windshield clear. All that stuff is draining the battery, and if you're in stop and go traffic, the electrical never charges that battery enough, right?
Yeah, not with the voltage regulator, no. I mean, not with a generator, but with the alternator, yes. So the alternator, if it's charging just as long as it needs enough.
So generator is not charging at a stoplight. Alternator is charging at a stoplight. When you've got extra electrical demands, like we put on this Mercury, you need an alternator. If you've got a 56 Mercury Montclair, bring it to Pals. See you soon.